Up everybody, welcome back to another video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny Hanson Lane. I'm a digital marketer, course creator, and kind of a YouTube KDP junkie right now. I'm so happy that you're here following this journey. I spent all of 2022 figuring out Amazon ads, publishing, designing, putting books up there, trying to create a passive income to retire my husband. If you're following the journey, you saw that I just used my first big royalty check to pay for 2 different house mortgages. And it was kind of painful. So I'm having to revisit, what does it look like to actually retire someone? And we're finding a lot of the humor in that. There's going to be more of this, and I'm hoping that I can always increase my revenue through the strategies that I've learned in digital marketing and bringing them over to you into the KDP world. So we got a great question about pricing from our community. This is from Taylor. She said, is there a certain royalty amount you aim for when deciding on a price? So this is a really good question because there's so many ways that we can go about this. And I am under the pretense that I value my time. I think that is a really important thing because everybody is going to put a different numerical value on their time. So when we talk about something that I aim for, it's going to be different than everybody else. But in this video, I just want to pull back the curtain on the psychology of sales because I think that will help you to have the courage to raise the pricing of your books, which will in turn raise the profits of your books. Okay. So I appreciate snagging a book up for 99 cents, right? If I were going out into the world, in the real life world, to buy a book for 99 cents, where would I go? I probably wouldn't go to Barnes and Noble because I'm not interested in what's best selling. I'm not interested in what's trending. And I'm not interested in the design. I want a book for 99 cents. So I love design. I love following trends. I'm probably not going to go to the dollar store to get a notebook because that doesn't reflect the things that I value. Now, if you have notebooks from the dollar store, this is no shade against you. I just want you to think about the customers that you're attracting by the pricing that you're putting on your books. So that's the reason why I try to strive for pricing for profits. Because if I'm going to spend my time making a book, I want to be excited about getting the sell. And $1, 50 cents, 65 cents, $1.50, $2.25, that doesn't really excite me. So how do I match my excitement, right? Let's talk about that. Here are some pricing KDP books for profit strategies. Ask yourself the question, how do you build perceived value in your descriptions? So let's all decide that we're not going to publish books that are $1.99, $2.99 anymore, okay? Let's say that my pen name and my shop, we care about the design. We spend time on our books, and we're not going to put a notebook out there for under $6.99. Let's say we're going to start at $7, $7.25, okay? So if you're going to try to convince somebody, let's say you set up shop next to the Dollar Tree, you have a notebook store, and you see customers coming and you're standing outside. What can you say to that customer to get them to not go in the dollar store and pay 99 cents, but come to you and pay $7 for a notebook, so your profits are $3 or $4, right? That's perceived value. You can say this is handcrafted, this is hand designed, right? That's like one thing if you were to have a bookstore physically. But how does that translate for KDP books? Like, can we really do things that are hand bound? Let me tell you, my background is in fine art. So I have made a book with my own 2 hands. It was about shoes and all the pages were letterpress. And I had to cut out the shapes of the book covers. And PVA jade glue is the archival glue that won't turn your pages colors. Like, I know everything there is about making a book. And when I made that book, my art teacher made a requirement that we had to make 3 of the books. This was a $300 project, okay, for me to get an A. So I know that my time is valuable. So what are the things that, let's talk about this, not just with covers, but with interiors. Let's talk about, you have an idea for a workbook or an activity book. Let's talk about all the time that you spent on your niche research to find a niche that had low competition. Isn't that worth a certain amount? Okay. I feel like activity books, if you put in more than 2 or 3 types of activities in there, you should be putting that at like $9.99. activity books because you have validated the niche. You have aggregated all the interiors and built them. Maybe you hand designed them. And maybe your book's 85 pages or 100 pages. Like, I would even say, what's your strategy for book pages? So think about like how you build perceived value in your descriptions. How are you talking about the book? Talk about, this activity page helps brain development. Like, that's huge. I'm a mom with 3 boys. That's huge. If someone were to pitch a book to me and they were standing outside of the dollar store and they had a book cart, like maybe like a food truck, a book truck. Don't steal that idea. I'm going to take it to market. And they're like, hey, ma'am, these activity books stimulate brain growth. Holy moly. I'd be like, here's my money. Take my money. So that's the whole crazy thing that people are missing about descriptions on KDP with activity books. Talk about the benefits and the value. Don't talk about like, oh, Christmas, fun holiday, keep your kids busy. That's a benefit, but the real benefit is like, if I buy this book, it's going to benefit my kid's brain. I will give you all my money. So think about that when you talk about your book and your descriptions. Like, think about yourself as a book truck. Like, you got to pay for the gas. You've got to pay for the time that you spend going out there and talking about it, and just put that into word format of a description that like, hey, this activity book is designed to stimulate your child's, brain, stimulate your child's creativity. Like, really think about why you're building this book more than how much money you can get for it. The second part is, do you clearly describe the benefits versus values? So I talked about this in a previous video. Someone asked me to check out their KDP account, and one of their books said 8.5 by 11, 50 pages. That's all it said. So imagine me walking up and I need to decide on a book. Am I going to go to the book truck that is saying 8.5 by 11, 50 pages, or the Dollar Tree, like 99-cent books? I might just go to 99-cent books. But what if you clearly describe the benefits and values to me of saying like, this is going to help with this. This is going to solve this problem. Now you have a logbook where you can write down all your Christmas presents you bought for everybody, and you don't forget where you hid them over the year. You can write down the hiding place in the book. I should create this book. Comment if I should create this book. Okay, so I'm clearly describing, like, imagine having a book dedicated just to your Christmas wrapping and your Christmas gifts, so you don't lose stuff and you don't overgive to someone else, to Johnny, then to Jenny, and you give Jenny the same amount that Johnny gets, okay? That is you telling me the value and the benefits. We need to be very careful that we're not just saying, this is 8.5 by 11. Like, you need to emotionally allow them to feel that paying more for your book is clearly communicated because you know why you made it. So I'm heated in excitement about this topic because this is the only way that I will do KDP books for profit. I will only price for profit, okay? So books that demand more money require features and benefits and value. So you need to make sure that when you're building this book and you're in Canva or you're in other, Book Bolt, and Book Bolt has all those freaking cool templates, keep a little sticky note next to you and write down like, this is cool because if you think it's cool, someone else thinks it's cool and they're going to pay you over and over for it. So think about that as you're creating the book. Like, this is a really cool feature. This is, the fact that this, word search has answers, and this word search is all about my kids' love for narwhals. Weird fact. Today I was walking my kids to school, and my 6-year-old says, Mom, and we're walking in the dark to the bus stop, and my son goes, Mom, you keep walking on water bears. And it's the day after Halloween. So I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, but they're resilient. You won't hurt them. And I'm like, what is he talking about? And I'm like, is this real? And he's like, yeah. And then I Google it. And water bears is a real thing. It's one of the smallest microorganisms in the world. Oh my word. I had no idea. And I was like, I need to go research that keyword. Like, if my kid learned this from a learning YouTube video, like, kids have the most obscure interests. Parents will go to the ends of the earth to serve their kids. Like, I'm a parent. I'm telling you this. Like, if my kid's into something, that same boy, he's into dinosaurs. Like, I'm going to look for dinosaur toys, right? My other one's into like Roblox and Legos. Like, I'm going to look for those things. So books that demand more money require features and benefits and value. So if you want to raise the pricing of your book, just create more features, benefits, and value. End of story. Okay. All of my books are created from a problem that is solved with value to a customer that sees it. So if you watch my previous videos, I know who I'm making books for and I know how to speak to them. So knowing your customer is a really big deal. So let's take like a very elementary example. Some people make composition notebooks with different things on them, like dinosaur or turtles or fire trucks. All of those things stem from a child's passion. Talk about the kid's freaking passion in your description. Talk about how you want to give your kid everything they're obsessed with in your description. And tell me your sales don't go up. Like, it's an incredible way when you can emotionally connect with someone on a product and people are excited to give you money because they feel seen and heard with their problem. My most affordable books I created for myself, and I don't care if anyone buys them. Okay. I have some books that I make a $1 or $2, maybe $3, but I made it for myself. I printed it out. I use it. I gave it to some friends. Like, those are ones that, like, those are my personal passion projects, and I'm so passionate about it. I really don't mind if I make money on it. And also too, like, maybe I should test out my own theory for those books and talk more about how it changed my life, raise the pricing of it, and then put ads on it. Maybe I need to do that instead of discounting myself for my own passionate ideas. Okay. So I bought 8 to 10 of my own books, and I just launched a book last week, and I want to try to see if I can get a $10 royalty on it. This is low content, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. But the most important thing is, like, I have to rely on my description to sell this baby. Like, it's not going to happen if I can't paint the picture in the mind of the customer about why they need this dinosaur fire truck journal for their kid in second grade that's getting ready to learn cursive, and they need all these tools and worksheets and everything to get there. Okay, I have to paint the picture. When you paint the picture, you can charge more. Please charge more. Inflation affects everybody. Growing a family costs money. Running a business costs money. You are valuable. Your time is valuable. I should take my camera off so you can see how close I am to the camera, because I am so excited about this. I do need to do more videos with my face, and you will see that soon. But this one, I just saw this comment and I wanted to reply because you guys all have the power to create something amazing. And as you can talk about it better, you'll be able to charge more. Love you guys. Peace out.